Hey guys, it's Jessii Vee. So in case you did not know already, I am a weirdo. I bet you had no idea. This is probably a huge surprise to you. No, I don't know, I just saw this shirt and it like called to me, so I had to buy it. I'll probably wear it every day for the rest of my life. Isn't it weird that I always start off videos talking about my outfit? I don't know. I'm always so passionate about them. Even though you guys probably see them and you're like, okay, it's a little weird. But that's fine. So as you can tell by the title of this video and the very disturbing image in the thumbnail, today we're going to be talking about the whole Momo phenomenon. Some of you probably have already heard of it. If you haven't, you're in for a wild ride. And you might already have your opinions about it, which is totally cool. Comment them down below in the comment section. I'm basically just going to tell you what it's about, and then I'm going to tell you my opinion about this whole thing. There is a very dark gray cloud over my house right now. It's very scary. It's weird because whatever sort of video I'm doing, the weather always reflects that. If I'm talking about something scary, a thunderstorm is happening. And if I'm doing a happy video, it's so sunny and warm outside, it's like it just knows. The weather knows me. So before we get started, I just wanted to let you guys know that today's video is sponsored by the Amino app. Now you guys might remember that I did talk about them about a week ago, but they're so awesome that I decided to partner up with them once again. It's basically a mobile network of communities for every single interest on the planet. So if there's a topic that you're really passionate about, you'll probably find it on Amino. Today I wanted to give a huge shout out to the urban legends and cryptids community on Amino. I really love that you can read in-depth stories about different paranormal creatures, and the fact that you can actually discuss them with other people on the app. So I'm going to be making a blog post on the app about the topic of Momo. So you guys can join me there and talk about what you think about this urban legend. So I've put a description down below, and I also have a pinned comment with the link where you can download Amino. It's free, it's for iOS and Android. I'll see you there. Alright, so let's get into this very strange story. What am I doing with my hands right now? Am I a dinosaur? I don't know. So every so often an urban legend or some sort of paranormal creature will start trending on the internet. For example, Dear David, which many of you guys probably have heard of already. It was basically a Twitter thread made by a man named Adam Ellis. And for months on Twitter, he was talking about his haunted apartment and even had a whole bunch of proof for this paranormal stuff happening to him. It was all about this ghost boy named Dear David. He had this strangely warped head, and all of the pictures and proof of him was really startling actually. And this was just trending everywhere. YouTubers were talking about it, everyone was talking about it. So if you haven't looked into that yet, you definitely should, but the focus of today's video is Momo, which is another trending paranormal thing. Now, I only heard about this at the beginning of the week, but apparently it started getting popular about 2 weeks ago, I believe. I kept seeing this very creepy image going around, but I wasn't really sure what it was about, where it came from. I just kept seeing it pop up everywhere. So then I watched a few videos about it and I found it very weird. Now I'm going to show you the picture. It's nothing gory or anything that's going to freak you out too much. It's just like it gives you an eerie feeling. So if you're not good with eerie feelings, then maybe don't continue. But anyways, it's about to show. So this is the picture that has been showing up around all over the internet. It appears to be a young woman with blackish brown hair, huge bulging eyes, a huge mouth, a huge smile, and if you see the full image of it, which I'll get to later, she appears to have bird legs as well. So human head, but body of a bird. Upon first glance, she looks like something from your nightmares, and you'd probably agree with that. And I know that when I first saw this picture for the first time, it looks like someone took like a girl's face and then warped it and changed it into something really extreme in Photoshop or something. Obviously when I saw it, it didn't look real. It looked like someone just changed a photograph of somebody. So I do have the exact date here of when this started trending. It says the story of Momo started spreading on July 14th, 2018, when a YouTuber user named Gloomy House created a video talking about the legend. Now I haven't seen this video or anything. This is all just information that I found online. So if I'm saying anything incorrect, I'm just reading what I've researched. And apparently there are different phone numbers which you can use to contact Momo on WhatsApp. Now, if you guys don't know what WhatsApp is, it's basically an app. I don't even know how to describe it very well. It's an app that you can use to text your friends and family. But basically, there are a few numbers that you can contact Momo on WhatsApp. And once you get in contact with Momo, the person behind this whole Momo thing will start leaking your personal information and your personal data and stuff like that. So it's like once you come in contact with them, they have access to all the private information on your phone. And sometimes sometimes on top of that, Momo will start sending you very disturbing images, and the ones that I've heard about, I don't even want to repeat on this channel. They're just very disturbing things that you wouldn't want to see. They'd mess with your head and you just wouldn't want to be involved with these photos. Now, before I continue this story, I just want to say that this whole thing is a very weird coincidence, because this past Sunday, I hadn't even heard about Momo yet. It wasn't in my brain. I hadn't even seen the image yet. And I was at a family reunion in Pennsylvania, and one of my younger cousins wanted to be able to text me when I went back to Canada, and because we didn't want any charges to apply, she was like, oh, we can use WhatsApp. And I had never ever used WhatsApp in my entire life before this, didn't know where to find it, to install it, didn't know how to use it. Like, she had to show me how to use WhatsApp. I feel like an old woman right now. So I downloaded it, I found her on the app, and now we're able to communicate. And it's just really weird. The reason why I'm saying this is a huge coincidence is because Monday, so the day after I installed WhatsApp, that's when I saw the first image of Momo floating around the internet, and when I found out that you can contact her through WhatsApp, it's just weird that I had just installed it and then found out about this urban legend. So anyways, as you guys know, I always like to research things further when I find out about them, and I like to be sort of skeptical, and I like to think about logical explanations for things before just believing them right away. So I tried to look into this further, and I found a ton of websites saying that this image dates back to 2016, and it was actually posted on an Instagram account, and it was a sculpture made by an artist, and it was shown at an art show in Japan, I believe. So this thing, it's not a photoshopped image or anything like that. It's not a real life person that looks like this. It's actually a sculpture. It's an art piece. And I think what happened was people thought this art piece was so scary looking that they decided to turn it into an urban legend, which happens a lot of the time. So of course, because this is trending, a lot of YouTubers are making videos about them apparently contacting Momo, and I put this in quotes because a lot of these channels like to fake stuff like this and to make it more dramatic and interesting and for views and stuff like that. So a lot of the time that I watch these other YouTubers contacting Momo, I don't necessarily believe they actually are. I think they're doing it for entertaining purposes. And as you guys know, on my channel, I'd like to talk about creepypastas and creepy things, but I usually tell you guys in the video that I don't necessarily believe it, but I do find it interesting and intriguing, and even though it's not real, I still like to talk about it. But here's where the sort of dangerous thing comes in with this whole Momo thing, and that's why the title of my video says, do not contact Momo. Because after this came out, a lot of people are becoming copycats of Momo. So while the actual Momo monster might not be real, copycats are. And when I say that is that people have been putting out more phone numbers that are attached to their phones, and they're just saying, oh, this is Momo's actual number, and people contact that and they're talking just to like a stranger online that wants to troll them. And a lot of the time these copycats are sending very disturbing images and really bad things to young kids. So I would recommend not actually contacting any of these numbers, because it's probably just someone that wants to troll you and send you really disturbing things, and like you just don't want to deal with that, you know? Like on a lot of these websites, there are disclaimers and warnings that say stuff like this. Never disclose your data. It has been recommended not to fall victim to extortion if this account has personal information. You should not accept threats or enter any link you send, because if you do this, you can easily fall into a scam. So probably 9 times out of 10, if you contact any of these numbers, you won't get a response because the monster Momo itself isn't real, in my opinion. But you have that chance that you'll actually start talking to a real person who will pretend to be Momo and send you really horrible images and threaten you with your personal information. And you just don't want that, guys. But anyways, I thought it would just be interesting to talk about this whole trending Momo thing because it is really interesting. Like the whole legend about it is pretty cool. Like for example, there is this challenge where if you speak to her at 3 a.m., you cannot allow Momo to write more than twice in a row because then she'll come after you. Like there's a ton of different variations of what Momo does, but it says among the stories that are told about the people who wrote to Momo, there is the fact that this person apparently knew about their lives, and Momo had information about their close friends, their frequent places that they go to, and certain activities that they do. So Momo is supposed to be like a stalker sort of monster. But anyways, it has been proven, as I said, that Momo is actually a sculpture. It says that the explanation of its existence is due to a museum located in the district of Ginza in Tokyo. Toronto called Vanilla Gallery. This site is known for making alternative art exhibits and often terrifying things. In 2016, they opened an exhibition on ghosts and spectra, highlighting this humanoid sculpture of a bird woman. Many visitors went to the place to take pictures with this curious artistic element. So this bird woman is just a product of the mind of someone very creative, and then it was turned into this creepypasta. But like I said, I would love to hear your comments and your opinions on this whole entire thing. Do you think that the YouTubers that are actually saying they're contacting Momo, do you think it's real? Do you think it's faked? Like, just let me know down below what you think, and as I said, also go to the app because I put like that whole blog post there where we can all talk and share our opinions. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't be too gullible with things, you know what I mean? But anyways, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!